Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we embark on a captivating journey through time to explore a crucial chapter in Chinese history. Join me as we delve into the fascinating tale of a dynasty's decline and the unraveling of an empire. I'm your host, and this is the Decline and Disintegration, Unraveling the Han Dynasty in China. The Han Dynasty, which reigned over China for over 4 centuries, witnessed an era of great achievements, cultural advancements, and imperial glory. However, like all great empires, it eventually faced its own set of challenges and struggled to maintain its grip on power. The story of the Han Dynasty's decline is one intertwined with political intrigue, corruption, economic strain, and external pressures. It is a tale of an empire slowly unraveling at its core, leading to a pivotal moment in Chinese history. Political instability and corruption within the ruling class eroded the people's trust in the government. The once efficient centralized bureaucracy became mired in corruption, with influential eunuchs manipulating the court for personal gain. This rampant corruption sowed seeds of disillusionment and unrest among the populace. As economic strain intensified, the Han Dynasty struggled to manage its finances. An oppressive tax system burdened the peasants, while a stark wealth disparity emerged, benefiting the privileged few. These disparities and economic hardships ignited social unrest and fueled the fires of rebellion. Adding to the empire's woes were relentless invasions and pressures from nomadic tribes, particularly the Xiongnu. The northern frontier faced constant threats, draining the empire's resources and straining its military capabilities. The Han Dynasty was forced to divert its attention and funds to defend against these encroachments. And then, it happened. A turning point that shook the very foundations of the empire. The Yellow Turban Rebellion erupted in 184 CE, led by Taoist religious sects seeking to overthrow the Han Dynasty and establish a new social order. The rebellion spread like wildfire, exposing the government's inability to maintain stability and control. With the rebellion suppressed, China plunged into a period of political fragmentation known as the Three Kingdoms period. Warlords and regional leaders fought for power, tearing the empire apart and plunging it into chaos. This marked the end of the Han Dynasty, as China was left divided and ravaged. Yet, despite its fall, the Han Dynasty left an indelible mark on Chinese history. It established the foundation for a centralized bureaucratic system, the dominance of Confucianism, and the enduring Chinese script. Its legacy lived on through subsequent dynasties, as China sought to reunify and govern itself once again. Join me in the upcoming episodes as we unravel more chapters of China's rich history, filled with triumphs, challenges, and the indomitable spirit of its people. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and let the past guide us into the future. I'm your host, and this has been The Decline and Disintegration, Unraveling the Han Dynasty in China. The fall of the Han Dynasty in China marks a crucial turning point in the country's history, leading to a period of political fragmentation and social upheaval. The Han Dynasty, which ruled over China for more than 4 centuries, experienced a decline and eventual collapse during the latter part of the 2nd century CE. Several factors contributed to the fall of the Han Dynasty. One of the primary causes was political instability and corruption within the ruling class. The Han Dynasty relied heavily on a centralized bureaucracy to govern its vast empire, with power concentrated in the hands of the emperor and his officials. However, as the dynasty progressed, the bureaucracy became increasingly corrupt and inefficient. Eunuchs, who were castrated palace officials, gained significant influence and manipulated the court for their own gain. This led to widespread disillusionment among the population and a loss of faith in the government. Another factor that contributed to the fall of the Han Dynasty was economic strain. The dynasty faced significant financial difficulties, including a burdensome tax system and unequal distribution of wealth. Peasants struggled to make ends meet, while large landowners and powerful families enjoyed privileges and exemptions. As a result, social unrest grew, with peasant rebellions and uprisings becoming more frequent. Furthermore, external pressures and invasions also played a role in the decline of the Han Dynasty. The northern frontier faced constant threats from nomadic tribes, particularly the Xiongnu, who often raided and encroached upon Han territory. The military resources required to defend against these invasions placed a strain on the empire's finances and further weakened the government's control. The fall of the Han Dynasty can be attributed to a pivotal event known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The rebellion, which broke out in 184 CE, was led by a group of Taoist religious sects who sought to overthrow the Han Dynasty and establish a new social order based on egalitarian principles. The rebellion quickly spread throughout the country and severely weakened the central government. Although the rebellion was eventually suppressed, it marked a turning point in the dynasty's decline, as it highlighted the government's inability to maintain stability and control. In the aftermath of the Yellow Turban Rebellion, China entered a period of fragmentation known as the Three Kingdoms period. Warlords and regional leaders vied for power, dividing the country into several rival factions. This era of political disunity lasted for several decades and brought about immense social and economic turmoil. Despite its collapse, the Han Dynasty left a lasting legacy on China. It established the foundations for a centralized bureaucratic system, Confucianism as the dominant philosophy, and the Chinese script. The fall of the dynasty paved the way for subsequent dynasties, such as the Wei, Jin, and eventually the Sui and Tang dynasties, which sought to reunify and govern China. The fall of the Han Dynasty remains a significant event in Chinese history, representing the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter characterized by division and strife. It serves as a reminder of the challenges that dynasties face and the importance of political stability, social harmony, and effective governance in maintaining a prosperous and united nation.